Hey everybody, this is Noah with Learn Meta-Analysis, and in this video I want to go over real quickly what subgroup analysis is. So I got a request to explain this, and this is one of those things where like people who practice meta-analysis just use different words for the same thing. So I typically use the term moderator analysis, but oftentimes we will also hear the term subgroup analysis. So let's check out what this is through an applied example just super quickly. So what subgroup analysis is it helps us test if there are differences between subgroups within our sample. Now, I know that sounds confusing, but I want to give you a practical applied example, and then we're going to actually do one of these in simple meta-analysis so that you can see what it looks like. So let's say we have a meta-analysis where we are testing the effects of integrating text and graphics as compared to separate text and graphics, and we want to know how this influences learning. So I'm going to show you two different subgroup analyses that we can do here. The first one is looking at the effects of the control group. So we might want to know if the effects of this overall integration of text and graphics differs depending upon what this is being compared to. So for example, we have no intervention, we have video, we have software, and we have traditional training. Now, a second example is the setting. Did studies take place in a classroom, or did they take place in a laboratory environment? And do we see statistically different effect sizes depending upon where they took place? So these are things that we're going to test in our applied example. However, if you are not necessarily in the field of education like me, there are plenty of other things that you might want to look at here. So I'm just going to make up a few examples here off the top of my head. If you're working in medicine, for example, and you're looking at the efficacy of some sort of intervention, then you may be curious if the effects differ if patients had, for example, type 1 or type 2 diabetes. Or you may be interested if they have depression or don't have depression. Or if you work in another field, like let's say biology, for example, you may be interested if the effects are different depending upon if the measurement was taken in summer or versus winter. So there's tons of different things that you could do subgroup analysis on. It really just depends on your topic. So that's enough of me rambling about what it is. Let's get to an actual applied example here, okay? So we're going to use simple meta-analysis to do this just because it's quick, easy, and displays everything really user-friendly. If you're interested in how to do this in R, I have included a link in the description for how you can do this in R with conventional meta-analysis, 3-level meta-analysis, and 3-level meta-analysis with correlated and hierarchical effects and robust variance estimation. But for now, we're just going to use SMA and do a conventional meta-analysis. So I'm going to go here to categorical moderator analysis. This is the same thing as a subgroup analysis when we have defined subgroups that are not continuous. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select my file. This is going to open on my other screen, so let me just grab that file super quickly. Here we go. All right, and you can see it automatically is going to choose our column in our spreadsheet. Now, the first example I gave you was the control condition, so I'm going to choose that and I'm going to hit run. And you can see super quickly here that we already have our results. So over here on the left-hand side, you can see we have no intervention, software program, traditional training, and video. And over here under the test of moderator, this is what we want to check first. We can see this is not statistically significant. So that means our overall effect of the intervention compared to the control group did not differ depending upon these different factors here. Okay, so I'm not going to go over the rest of these. If you're interested in the rest of these statistics and everything, you can look at the other videos where I talk through this in more depth. This was really just meant as an overview video. But like I said, the link is in the description if you want to understand how to interpret residual heterogeneity and how to do this in R and all those other kind of fun things. So the other example I said we would look at is the setting. So let's go here, we're going to rerun this looking at the setting, and now we are looking to see if there is a difference in the overall effect of the intervention depending upon if it took place in a classroom or in a laboratory. And you can see over here under test of moderator, our p-value is not significant. So we did not see a statistically significant difference between these two here either. So like I said, this was intended as just a super fast overview of what subgroup analysis is, and that is because subgroup analysis is the same thing as a categorical moderator analysis. It's just different terminology for the exact same thing. So I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. If you have any comments or questions, please be sure to leave them in the chat down below. And if you have found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to help support the channel. I like making videos like this that are just short, to the point things if you guys have questions. So if you have questions about meta-analysis or anything related to this, leave it in the comments and I will do my best to make a video on it in relatively short order if it's something that we already haven't covered at length. So thanks a bunch, guys. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you.